Window tint terminology that you must know. Tint Terms 101 starts right now. Let's get faded. What is up? Welcome back to the channel. This is Wayne from Fade to Black. Like I always say, man, I appreciate you guys subscribing to the channel and supporting the channel, man. I'm having a bunch of fun with the Wednesday night live streams and interacting and learning new things all the time. But this video is about something that kind of makes my skin crawl a little bit. Kind of gets on you, kind of pushes a little bit of nerve. It's the window tint terminology. Now, I know there's no real definitions or real meaning behind some of these terms, but sometimes when people say things, it kind of makes you say, oh gosh, why do they say that? Or sometimes when customers ask you for quotes, they say things that you kind of don't know and you want to try to get on the same page with them. So I refer different terms and I refer to different window tint installations differently. But like, I know that they don't know different terms or how to refer to something. So I understand they're learning as well. But let's talk about some window tinting terms so maybe you and I can both be on the same page. So I just got done tinting this sedan behind me. So this is a sedan, you know, it's a popular car. Most people have 4 doors, they have a rear glass, and they have a windshield, right? And they have the corner window which they always seem to forget about. Your car has small windows, and sometimes some of the newer cars even have windows in front of the mirror. So some of these sedans will have a corner window that's built into the car, or some of them will have a corner window that's built into the glass, like this one. When you say, oh, my car only has 5 windows, no, really, you gotta take into account, you got 2 more windows, and those windows take time to do, you know? It takes time to clean them, it takes time to cut them, so it's gonna take time. So yeah, we have to charge for that. They have some of these on the front of cars too, and some of these on the front of these cars, new Blazers, Subarus, Honda Civics, Honda Pilots, they are a pain to do. They are a pain to do. So we have to charge more for those. So we call these corners or corner window. Now I know this one is gonna vary a lot. A lot of people call these a lot of different things. Me personally, I call these rear glass, back glass. These are the back windows of most sedans. I don't call these rear windshields. To me, a rear windshield is no. That's not what I call it. Me personally, myself, I call these back windows. So sides and rear glass. I call these rear glass. I know people out there refer to them in a lot of different terminology, but when I'm talking to my customers, I refer to these as a rear glass on a sedan. Usually is a standard installation size and rear on a sedan. For the most part, I'm not gonna just tint your car and give you a price and leave this back window clear. It just kind of doesn't really make sense. So this is what I call a rear glass. All right, so now we're on the doors of a sedan. Now obviously this car has 4 doors, right? You got rear passenger doors and you got driver and passenger door. So that's pretty much how I refer to it. If you want a front match, I say front match, driver and passenger, a front match. This is the front of a vehicle and we'll match it. Let's say on a truck or SUV. Now on a car, rear passenger door, rear driver door. Okay, so these are rear doors. Okay, and for most part, if we do a standard installation on a sedan, sides and rear is pretty much what we consider a standard price, standard installation. So front doors, rear doors, and we also refer to these as roll-ups, okay? So if we say a pair of roll-ups, because they roll up and down, obviously, so we'll call those roll-ups, all right? So that is what we refer to roll-ups on a car. Pretty much a sedan or a truck or SUV is gonna have roll-up windows. All right, now I know the term for this one is gonna be a lot of different terminology for the front. Now, typically, myself, I call this a windshield. I do not call the back a rear windshield. I don't call that. I call it a windshield. This is where the wind hits the car. I call this a windshield. The front windshield. Now, I don't get it twisted with fronts because these can be considered as fronts. The front doors can be considered as fronts. So we want to know what you're talking about. When someone says, I want tint on the front windows, you got to make sure they're not talking about the windshield or the front window. So typically, I call this a front windshield, okay? And I say, do you want something on your front windshield like a visor strip or a full windshield to be tinted? But this I will refer to as a windshield or a front windshield, okay? I don't say front window because that can mean this. So you try to separate everything and try to get specifically so we can all be on the same page for what we're talking about. So this, I'll call it a windshield. So now it brings me to a visor strip, all right? A lot of people like to do visor strips, and I know the visor strips, this might cause a little bit of confusion, this might cause a little bit of controversy, but people call these all different type of names, some stuff I haven't even heard of before. I have heard this thing called so many different names that I probably won't even remember them all. Glare strip, tint strip, visor strip, eyebrow, banner, sun visor, brow, I don't even know. There might be something I'm missing. You can comment down below. I've heard these things cost so much. So when someone says, oh, I want tint on the front windshield, I have to specify, do you want the front windshield done or do you just want a visor strip? So because the price is gonna be different, so I don't wanna quote you something that you don't want, or I wanna give you something that you don't want. So I'll refer to this as a visor strip. That's just what I call them. People call them all different things under the sun. I like to call them a visor strip. When I refer to them with my customers, that's generally what I call them. Because if you want a full windshield or you want your front done, you gotta let me know exactly what you want it done. A full windshield compared to a visor strip is gonna be a different price, and you might not wanna pay that price. So we have to kind of specify exactly what you want when we're referring to tint that you want on your vehicles, okay? Now this is kind of what we go over for a sedan. If I get a truck in here, I'm gonna go over some of the stuff as well on a truck, because the back glass on trucks cause a lot of different confusion, and the cabs on trucks cause a lot of different confusion. So we'll do that down the road. But if this content makes any sense to you, smash the thumbs up, comment down below, let me know what some different terms that you refer to in window tint terminology. Like I said before, man, thank you guys for watching. I appreciate you guys. If you haven't subscribed already, smash that subscribe button, hit that bell so you not miss any notifications, and I'll be back when I get time with another video. Until then, stay faded. Peace. Either have a soldier, rear driver passenger, rear on the passenger side, rear passenger door, rear roll-ups, because full, or I have to specify, refer to them as my, when I refer.